time! Greatest of all time, no question about it. The most dangerous. She can submit you on the ground. She can knock you dead on the feet. She puts knuckles to people's faces, and you see the look in their eye like they've never been hit like that before.
Felicia Spencer!
Just vicious.
She's not a girl who's coming up from 135. She's big, and she's strong.
She's very dangerous on the ground, relentless with the takedown. Felicia is looking to come out here and make a huge statement, something that she has been looking forward to for a long time.
You know, there's only two fights to make in the welterweight division. That's me versus Marty Fake Newsman, or me versus Street Juice Masvidal. And if it can't be that, then, you know, what about doofus Dustin Poirier? You know, he was telling all the nerds in the media, oh, next time I see Colby, it's on site. It's on site, motherfucker. Let's go meet in the Octagon then. I'll paint your blood on the canvas just like a modern-day Picasso.
Wow, that's interesting because last time you were on the program, you sort of squashed the beef with Dustin Poirier. It was a big story that week. I'm just wondering what changed. Why are you sort of back to wanting to fight Dustin now?
Yeah, you know, that was when I was under the rules, you know, of a gym. You know, I was respecting the rules, and I made promises, and everybody knows I'm promises made, promises kept, you know, and I respected Dan Lambert, and I didn't want to put him in that position. But guess what, guys? Now we're at Colby Covington Incorporated, CCI, and we do whatever we want. There's no feelings. This isn't the Ultimate Feelings Championship. This is the Ultimate Fighting Championship. So doofus Dustin needs to man up for his word. His word was, oh, I'm going to fight Colby on site. I've seen that guy multiple times. He didn't even try and fight me because he knows what happens if he tries to fight me. He'll get put down real quick. He'll never be able to look at his daughter the same ever again.
Amanda obviously is incredible. She's on an amazing run. She's defeated every single person who has ever held the 135 or 145 title in the UFC, and she's done so for the most part emphatically. In your opinion, though, what's her greatest weakness?
She's fighting me. I feel like she, like you said, she's the GOAT for a reason. You know, she's got amazing everything. She's very well-rounded. But I feel like my style and just my pressure and just how I fight will just be too much over time. I always want a first round finish, but I feel like this is going to be a longer fight. I can see it being done before the 5 rounds, but if it needs to be a 5-round grinding, you know, hard fight, then it'll happen, and I'm ready for it.
What is driving you at this point?
I love to do this. This is the thing driving me. I love this sport. You know, I don't know anything else like what I want to do. You know, I wanted to do this. I wanted to be an MMA athlete, and this is driving me. I love this sport. I love to do what I do. You know, and I got all my dreams coming true. Everything that I have was because of this sport. And I just enjoy at this point, you know, enjoy being the champion, and enjoy training, and I love going to the gym. I love training. I love learning new things, and every time we show up better than ever. And Saturday is gonna be that, you know, I'm gonna show up better than ever.
I don't know if the Conor fight is, you know. If I'm Conor, I wait to see how this Gaethje fight plays out. You know, with Khabib
In September.
Because I would want another shot at the title.
Right.
Fighting guys like Masvidal at 170 and these guys that are so much bigger than him, man. It's just. But Conor is Conor because Conor takes risks.
Right.
Conor is not, like I told you earlier, Conor isn't a guy that just sits around and waits and isn't afraid to take risks. So
right. I mean, when Masvidal Conor was first mentioned, you were quick to say Masvidal's too big for Conor. And then
Conor was pissed at me for saying that.
Right, 100%. And then Conor fought Cowboy at 170, but Cowboy's a natural lightweight, so that made sense. Conor versus a natural welterweight, maybe not the best idea. So I think that you want Conor back down at lightweight, and you don't mind him waiting until September to see what happens with Gaethje and Khabib.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that at all.
Sandhagen's resume is better than Petr Yan's. Honestly, beat Assunção, beat Lineker. Who'd Petr Yan beat? The one common opponent that we had was Jimmy Rivera, and I think I beat him way more definitively than he did, and he's the one getting the push. You know, he beat a guy who just came out of retirement, Uriah Faber. No disrespect to Uriah, but the old Uriah would take that shot and keep coming forward. But this is a different day and age. Father Time is undefeated, you know, so for them to be giving him this kind of a push, it's really, I don't know the lack of better words, I guess a slap in the face, maybe just disrespectful to the entire division and the body of work that we're putting in. But at the end of the day, we can only control what we can do, which is going out there and performing and having a great fight. So I think I go out there and take care of Cory Sandhagen. I should be the next guy in line.
Leon Edwards gets. Leon Edwards is just like the redheaded stepchild, just such a good fighter, and just somehow hasn't gotten the love and the attention.
No, you know, he's definitely not the redheaded stepchild. I mean, we were going to do that fight when the pandemic started. We were still going to go to London and do that fight, but you know, the pandemic came and
sure.
You know, we were dealing with that bullshit, and he's definitely not the redheaded stepchild. We see him. He's ranked number 4 in the world, and you know, there's some fun options for him too.
Right.
True or false? When you win on Saturday, you will get on the microphone and you will scream, "Jose Aldo, you're taking everything I worked for."
False.
Okay. Will you do anything? Will you make a big stink on the microphone? Enough is enough. Will you do something like that for me?
I'll do, to be honest, man. So June, I'm not going to. June 6th is my buddy's birthday, who he was one of my best friends when I was younger, and he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. He passed away about 9-10 years ago. And June 6th is his birthday. So on the microphone, when I think about what I'm going to say, I'm just going to dedicate it to
Fala meu povo, what's up my people? I want to show you guys, people think they know the hood. This is where I grew up, guys. This is where I grew up here in Phoenix, Arizona. These are some of the first apartments. I lived in apartments pretty much my whole life. But these are the swing sets that I grew up in when I was a kid, man. No grass. It's just sick, man. Very humbling to come back as I'm in my whip. But that's it, man. Look at that. The Triple C. That's it, man. You come from nowhere and make it, people. Sincerely, King Triple C.
Challenge does he bring to the table, to the cage, if you like?
I mean, I have a lot of respect for Assunção. He's been, you know, there's not many WC guys left around, and he's one of those guys in spot, and, you know, been in the top 5, you know, for quite some time now. You know, he doesn't bring the most exciting fights. You know, he's kind of more of a counter striker. So, you know, just for me, it's just, you know, my game plan is just to stay busy, do more than him, and you know, push the pace on him and make him fight.
Today, man, just kind of going off of what was just asked of you. You talked about the mental side of things and the physical adjustments. When you go back and you look at the 3 losses that you had and the changes that you've made, what do you think the biggest adjustment you've had to make coming into this fight is?
The hard work, working, believed in it, just didn't go in and, clock in. I went in for a purpose to get better each day, to push myself to the limit. I always train hard, always do that, but, really investing in myself, becoming a better martial artist. I mean, I traveled 3,000 miles across the country, left my family, left the comforts of my home, left my comfort zone to get out of it, and that's what I really need. I had new guys, that are hungry to challenge me, to be battle tested, come back to Sacramento in between camps.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double